Many people asked why they are against only Islam. Why they want to create wars between Shia and Sunni. Why they are fearing from Muslims. Why only Muslims? 9/11 was an inside job, but why they will attack their own people? Why they will use fake identity of Osama bin Laden, who was dead before 2000? Why they are only against Islam? Why only Muslims? The answer is here.
According to research, in order for a culture to maintain itself for more than 25 years, there must be a fertility rate of 2.11 children per family. With anything less, the culture will decline. Historically, no culture has ever reversed a 1.9 fertility rate. A rate of 1.3, impossible to reverse, because it would take 80 to 100 years to correct itself, and there is no economic model that can sustain a culture during that time. In other words, if two sets of parents each have one child, there are half as many children as parents. If those children have one child, then there are 1/4 as many grandchildren as grandparents. If only 1 million babies are born in 2006, it's hard to have 2 million adults enter the workforce in 2026. As the population shrinks, so does the culture. As of 2007, the fertility rate in France was 1.8, England 1.6, Greece 1.3, Germany 1.3, Italy 1.2, Spain 1.1.
These are the 2011 fertility rate, according to the CIA World Factbook. In Greece the fertility rate is 1. In Germany fertility rate is 1. In Italy, Spain and Russia the fertility rate is just 1. But in Canada it is 1.58. On the other hand, let's take a look on the fertility rate. These fertility rates are from the CIA World Factbook. In Afghanistan the fertility rate is 5.39. In Yemen the fertility rate is 5. In Iraq the fertility rate is 4. In Pakistan and Kuwait the fertility rate is 3. In Saudi Arabia the fertility rate is 2. Let's back to the report.
Across the entire European Union of 31 countries, the fertility is a mere 1.38. Historical research tells us these numbers are impossible to reverse. In a matter of years, Europe as we know it will cease to exist. Yet the population of Europe is not declining. Why? Immigration. Islamic immigration. Of all population growth in Europe since 1990, 90% has been Islamic immigration. France, 1.8 children per family. Muslims, 8.1. In southern France, traditionally one of the most populated church regions in the world, there are now more mosques than churches. 30% of children ages 20 and younger are Islamic. In the larger cities such as Nice, Marseille, and Paris, that number has grown to 45%. By 2027, 1 in 5 Frenchmen will be Muslim. In just 39 years, France will be an Islamic republic. In the last 30 years, the Muslim population of Great Britain rose from 82,000 to 2.5 million, a 30-fold increase. There are over 1,000 mosques, many of them former churches. In the Netherlands, 50% of all newborns are Muslim, and in only 15 years, half of the population of the Netherlands will be Muslim. In Russia, there are over 23 million Muslims. That's 1 out of 5 Russians. 40% of the entire Russian army will be Islamic in just a few short years. Currently in Belgium, 25% of the population and 50% of all newborns are Muslim. The government of Belgium has stated, 1/3 of all European children will be born to Muslim families by 2025, just 17 years away. The German government, the first to talk about this publicly, recently released a statement saying, "The fall in the German population can no longer be stopped. Its downward spiral is no longer reversible. It will be a Muslim state by the year 2050. Muammar al-Gaddafi of Libya said, "There are signs that Allah will grant victory to Islam in Europe, without swords, without guns, without conquest. We don't need terrorists. We don't need homicide bombers. The 50+ million Muslims in Europe will turn it into a Muslim continent within a few decades." There are currently 52 million Muslims in Europe. The German government said that number is expected to double in the next 20 years to 104 million.
Now take a look on this table. Here you can see the country name, their total population, Muslims in percentage and number of Muslims. The following table is developed from the CIA World's Facts book, which is estimated in 2008. Remember, it's 2008 statistics, and the above table does not include many other countries that have Muslims, but no available numbers, which should make the above total number of Muslims higher than 1,630,311,479. Now you can see that everywhere is Islam, and people are embracing Islam. Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth. This table below shows the growth of Islam. In North America, the growth of Islam is 25%. In Africa it is 2.15%. In Asia it is 12.57%. In Europe the growth of Islam is 142.35%. In Australia it is 257.01%. Growth rates taken between World Almanac and Book of Facts 1935, and Reader's Digest Almanac and Yearbook 1983. In the last half-century, Confucianism and Taoism decreased 13%. Judaism decreased 4%. Christianity increased 47%. Eastern Orthodox decreased 36%. Protestant increased 57%. Catholic increased 70%. Buddhism increased 63%. Hinduism increased 117%. Shintoism increased 152%. Islam increased 235%.
68,000 people every 24 hours are becoming Muslim. At its current rate, there will be 2.2 billion Muslims on planet Earth by 2050. It'll encompass 1/4 of the world's population. Islam right now is found in 204 of 238 countries around the world, including the United States.
Islam is already everywhere. Why any Muslim need to bomb blast? Why Muslims need any weapon? Why Muslims will attack any European country where already Muslims are living? Why Muslims need to attack Twin Tower World Trade Center? The fact is that this all-terrorism war against Islam is well crafted. They are still afraid from Islam because Islam is a true religion. Every person who believes in peace and love in this world, inshallah he is going to find Islam. The enemies of Islam, the Satan's party, start planning that we cannot stop Islam. Look at their fertility rates. How we are going to create hate against Islam. How we are able to create fear against Islam. So here is Osama bin Laden. Here is 9/11 attack. Look at this television news channel. Islam is a terrorism religion. Make fun of Muslims. Create cartoons. Give respect to Salman Rushdie as a title of Sir. Promote sex, pornography and drugs cultures. Create tension and wars between Sunni and Shia. Sunni will say Shia are not Muslims and Shia will hate Sunni. We have no fear from the divided Muslims. Now they can establish the new world order.